Hurry and run up the stairs to the top floor, then down the hall and hide in the room with no way out. It's time for Killer Date Night. You can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/killerdatenight, on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch at Killer Date Night, and on Instagram at KDNPod.
Welcome into Killer Date Night. My name's Kip. I'm joined by Misty. What's up tonight?
Hey, guys.
Well, we are podcasting outside. We took the setup outside. We got the backyard lights, tiki torches going. It's beautiful out. And tonight we are going to jump into Mackenzie Shirilla, the ever popular, if you've seen the documentary Crash. We will get into that a little bit later, or maybe not. But this is kind of a very interesting case and very recent.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't always see that in a true crime podcast, but it's so popular, everybody's doing it, so we thought we would give our take. And
we need to watch the documentary yet. We haven't seen it.
Yeah. And we kind of did that on purpose. So did some research, heard a lot of stuff, in social media everywhere on the news, and did a bunch of research on it and looked into it. And we have not watched the documentary yet because, well, I want to make sure everything in it is good. Because we'll have an episode coming up sometime in the future. I don't know when we're going to do it, but one of my favorite true crime cases is Ross Ulbricht and the Silk Road. And for a while, I didn't know this, but the documentary, took a bunch of liberties. And it was, roughly 50% factual.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff in it was factual, but it turns out that the documentary was not 100%, well, none of them are probably 100%, but
No.
I just expected it to be more accurate than it was. And it is what it is. It's still a good case. It's one of my most favorite cases ever. It's awesome. I love it. You can go watch, I don't know where you can watch that documentary exactly. I believe it was Prime Video. I can't remember where we watched it.
I think so.
But when I watched it, I had to pay for it. I don't know if it's out there free anywhere, but it's Ross Ulbricht and the Silk Road. I would definitely recommend that.
Mm-hmm.
But for tonight, we're sitting out here, got our drinks.
Sure do.
And we're going to talk some psychopath, Mackenzie Shirilla.
Psychopath is an understatement.
Yeah, when you come to find out later on, what it was all about and, was it supposed to be, murder-suicide, but some of the stuff you come across in here is, I don't understand. I guess most people won't understand.
No.
Any normal person, how somebody thinks this way. So let's jump right into this. Mackenzie Shirilla, on July 31st, 2022, around 5:30 to 6:15 a.m., a motorcyclist riding through an industrial area near the intersection of Progress Drive and Alameda Drive in Strongsville, Ohio, discovered a 2018 Toyota Camry that had crashed into the brick corner of the Plidco, also referred to as Pitco, commercial building at 11792 Alameda Drive. The vehicle struck the building on the passenger side with catastrophic force after traveling over 100 miles per hour, shearing through a business sign, mounting a curb, and becoming airborne. Responding Strongsville police officers, including patrol officers Michael Galassi, badge number 7157, and Officer Zielinski, badge number 7151, because you got to have that, arrived around 6:20 a.m. and described the car as appearing split in two or cut in half, with severe front-end damage, full airbag deployments, and passenger compartment heavily compromised. All three occupants were unconscious, not breathing, and trapped inside. First responders from Strongsville Emergency Services used the jaws of life to
extricate,
get them out. How about that? For the normal fucking person.
Hey, for once I knew a word and you didn't.
Yeah, I know. I just,
The driver, 17-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla, was airlifted to Metro Health Medical Center in Cleveland. She sustained multiple serious injuries, including 3 broken ribs, a broken femur, a lacerated liver, and additional fractures to her leg and arm, requiring several surgeries. She was pinned under the collapsed passenger side dashboard. The 2 passengers did not survive. Dominic Russo, 20, seated in the front passenger seat, suffered severe head trauma and was pronounced dead at the scene.
Davion.
Well, otherwise it's spelled Devon or Davion. So which one is it? Is it Devon or Davion?
It's Davion.
19, in the rear seat, was still alive when first responders arrived, but succumbed to his injuries before the medical helicopter could transport him.
When Shirilla was extracted, her right foot was still firmly pressed on the gas pedal. A forensic examination later determined that her slide slipper became trapped under the accelerator only due to floorboard deformation from the impact itself. It did not cause unwanted acceleration. Police documented extensive physical evidence inside the vehicle, including $165 cash, 8.1 grams of psilocybin mushrooms. It was lab tested at about 6.91 grams with 95% purity. A digital scale, 2 iPhones, a Cadillac key fob, approximately 10 grams of suspected marijuana, a THC vape pen, a bong, purses, and other personal items. They also found a kitchen sink. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Jesus.
A full forensic mechanical inspection of the Toyota Camry found no defects, including no issues with the previously repaired vacuum pump recall that contributed to the crash. Now, let's jump into the background on the victims and Shirilla.
Dominic Russo was born on September 24th, 2001 to Christine and Frank Russo. One of 7 siblings, he grew up in Strongsville, graduated from Strongsville High School, and was known for his entrepreneurial drive. At the time of his death, the 20-year-old ran his own clothing line, invested in Bitcoin and stocks, and maintained a personal recording studio in the house next door to his mother's property, which the family owned. He was described by loved ones as someone constantly generating ideas and trying to build something for himself.
Davion Flanagan was born on March 11th, 2003. His biological family struggled with drug abuse issues. At age 8, he and his 2 sisters were adopted by Scott and Jamie Flanagan, an act that profoundly changed his life. Davion frequently called the adoption his second chance. He excelled as a starting running back on the Strongsville High School football team during his senior year before suffering an injury. At the time of the crash, he was working full-time to save money and actively completing his application for All-State Hairstyling and Barber College in Cleveland. His family emphasized that he was simply an innocent passenger seeking a ride home that night and had no involvement in the couple's conflicts.
Mackenzie Shirilla grew up in Strongsville, raised by parents Natalie and Steve Shirilla. She attended Strongsville High School with both victims. Classmates interviewed by police portrayed her as someone who craved attention and actively emulated Regina George from the film Mean Girls. She maintained a sizable TikTok following for her age and received sponsored products for reviews. Some peers and Davion's family described her as a bully who allegedly told depressed students they should kill themselves. Witnesses also noted a history of road rage and erratic driving behavior. Shirilla had prior documented issues in relationships, including threats reported by an ex-boyfriend's mother.
Dominic and Davion were friends who shared a love of music. Davion frequently rapped in Dominic's home studio. Shirilla met Dominic at Strongsville High School. Their on and off relationship, which began when he was about 3 years older, lasted approximately 3 to 4 years by the time of the crash. Shirilla moved in with Dominic full-time around December 2021 or January 2022.
So next we're going to dive into some prior incidents, relationship
Volatility.
volatility, and digital evidence. Would you just let me?
That's fucking teamwork.
It was.
I mean, they all thought it was funny.
Oh, okay. Christine Russo observed the relationship becoming increasingly strained and toxic in the months before the crash. Dominic's brother, Angelo Russo, who lived next door, described frequent breakups, makeups, and escalating control by Shirilla. Multiple witnesses reported that Shirilla became highly controlling after moving in, with Dominic paying for nearly everything, including vacations.
You are toxic. Hashtag WWE fans, if you know, you know.
Yep.
On July 17th, 2022, 2 weeks before the crash, Shirilla was driving on Interstate 71 with Dominic in the passenger seat. During a heated argument, they must not have had the AC on. It was a heated argument. Dominic called his mother upset and requested to be picked up. Christine sent family friend Chris Martin. While on the phone, Martin overheard Shirilla declare,
"I will crash this car right now, or I'm going to wreck this car right now."
Upon arrival, Martin found the car on the shoulder with the passenger door open and witnessed Shirilla physically striking Dominic with both hands. The incident was not reported to police.
Dominic had begun secretly recording arguments on a friend's phone for protection. After his death, Christine discovered these July 2022 recordings on William Ellis's phone and turned them over to authorities. In one clip, Shirilla arrived at the Russo home, was denied entry, banged on the door, called Dominic derogatory names, and threatened to key his car, stating,
"I will key this car if you do not let me in this house."
She threatened to break the door handle, counted down aggressively, and warned of a serious fucking problem. Dominic stopped recording and called his mother. This, too, went unreported.
Strongsville Police Department's May 2026 records release included thousands of pages of documents, body cam footage, interviews, laboratory results, cruiser cam videos, surveillance, and approximately 32,000 and 93,000 text messages between Shirilla and Russo.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
That's insane.
I hate sending you one fucking text message when I'm trying to do shit. And then I get the, "Oh, well, what? You don't care? No response then?" No, I'm just in the middle of something. 32,000 text messages later. Just kidding.
Okay, I'm not that fucking psycho, okay?
Text messages between Shirilla and Russo, spanning January 2020 to July 30th, 2022, plus jail calls and additional body cam footage. The text revealed a deeply volatile pattern and were heavily relied upon by prosecutors at trial. In January 2020, Shirilla texted Russo,
"I'm going to kill someone, and I'm mad as fuck right now."
or RN, sorry.
Oh my God.
After an argument, she followed up with messages including,
"I just want to bang my head on a wall until I'm dead. I fucking hate myself. I'm ugly. And you just add onto it and make me feel uglier. And you make me feel so worthless. I do so much shit for you."
When Russo suggested they break up, Shirilla responded that she was breaking down on your floor. In March 2022, after an alleged physical altercation, Russo texted that Shirilla had hit me and tried to throw a rock at me, while Shirilla sent messages such as,
"This is why I just want a KMS.
kill myself. And
Treat the girl who would die for you a little better."
Shirilla threatened to stab Russo in the eye and other exchanges. Admitted to anger issues and manic episodes, threatened to flip out if he ended things. Expressed desires to harm herself or others, complained of blackouts, including her worst blackout, as recently as July 2nd, 2022, and engaged in controlling behaviors such as demanding replies within minutes and barraging him with messages. Additional witness statements detailed similar patterns in her prior relationships. One ex-boyfriend's mother had contacted police about her behavior. Dominic was also involved in drug dealing, including cocaine and
Percocet.
Percocet use, as referenced in the messages. All right, and now we're going to jump into the night of the crash.
That was my job.
Okay.
That was my line.
Yeah, now it's your turn.
Okay, so
I just wanted to
we're
do
going to
the-
dive into the night of the crash. On the evening of July 30th, 2022, Shirilla, Dominic, and Davion went out together around 10:15 to 10:30 p.m. They attended a graduation party at the home of Shirilla's friend, Kelly Vraha. They stayed less than an hour. Vraha testified that Shirilla asked if there was anything to trip on. and the group discussed taking mushrooms. They had brought a weed pen and a bottle of tequila.
They then proceeded to the home of another friend, Paul Burlinghouse, also referred to as Paul Burlinghouse or Burlinghouse. Had to look up.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to look up pronunciations, and they all fucking sound the same.
Oh my God.
Around 11 p.m., they listened to music and smoked marijuana. Paul reported that interactions between Shirilla and Dominic seemed fine. Toxicology later confirmed marijuana in all three individuals' systems. No alcohol or psilocybin was detected in Shirilla's bloodstream. No mushrooms were consumed. Paul went to sleep. Shirilla, Dominic, and Davion left around 5:30 a.m. on July 31st, with Shirilla driving. Dominic in the front passenger seat and Davion in the rear.
At 5:34 a.m., a CCTV camera, so like a security camera, captured Shrilla's Camry making a controlled right turn from Pearl Road onto Progress Drive at the posted speed limit using her turn signal. This was not her normal route home. Cell phone data, Life 360 location pings, and GPS records placed her phone and vehicle in the exact same industrial area 3 days earlier on July 28th. Evidence prosecutors used to argue premeditated scouting of a long, straight, low-traffic path suitable for high speed. She had reportedly practiced the route multiple times. Prosecutors noted the route involved a slight dogleg intersection that required conscious steering.
Those of you who know golfing know what a dogleg is.
I do not know what a dogleg is.
It's like kind of a... It goes straight and then veers off one way at kind of like a 45-ish degree angle. Dogleg.
Mm.
You know, looks like a dogleg.
Okay. So,
Looks like a dogleg. 1 minute later, a second surveillance camera captured the Camry at the end of Progress Drive traveling over 100 miles per hour, reaching up to 117 miles per hour in some reconstructions. With headlights on and no brake lights, the vehicle crossed the T intersection with Alameda Drive, veered right off the road, mounted the curb, struck a business sign, became airborne, and slammed into the Plidco building's corner on the passenger side. The car remained undiscovered for approximately 45 minutes until the motorcyclist found it and called 911. Front seatbelts were engaged per the data recorder. And this is where we jump into the black box data. So this is...
and the reliability analysis. So the Toyota's event data recorder, EDR, commonly called the black box, provided critical objective evidence. Mandated in U.S. vehicles since 2014 under federal standards, 49 CFR Part 563.
You might know the black box as to usually be found on...
Airplane.
Yes. The EDR in the 2018 Camry captured detailed pre-crash data. Analysis by... a little late there, killer.
Yeah.
Analysis by Ohio Highway Patrol crash reconstruction experts and a forensic mechanic from fire and explosion consultants confirmed that the accelerator pedal was depressed to 100% capacity for at least 4.6 seconds before impact. The engine throttle remained at 100% until 1.6 seconds before the crash. That's when the vehicle became airborne over the curb. The service brake pedal was never applied. Steering inputs included a small right turn, small left turn, and then a significant right-hand turn, approximately 142 degrees in some accounts, triggering a rollover event notation due to lateral force. In the final seconds, within about 4.7 seconds of the event start, the transmission was shifted from drive to neutral and back to drive multiple times, manually. Actions prosecutors attributed to possible passenger intervention, likely Dominic attempting to stop the car. The vehicle could accelerate from 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds and reach a maximum of 129 miles per hour.
That's one thing I do remember reading a little bit about on top of this is there's some talk and about that the passenger, once the pedal was to the metal, that they were trying to put the car like into park, take it out
Mm-hmm.
of gear, because obviously who knows what was going on in that car.
Right.
You know, but they were all found unconscious. Do we know where they passed out? Obviously not. Either that or she was freaking out. And
And trying to stop.
I don't know, but it seems more to me like somebody was trying to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it seems to be. There's always talk, you know, like blood spatter in cases is sometimes like, can we use that? Blah, blah, blah. Can we use bite marks? Can you use it?
Right.
It became a big deal in true crime cases and shit like that. So regarding the reliability, EDRs are engineered for accuracy in recording pedal position, speed, throttle, braking, and steering using calibrated vehicle sensors. The module is crash survivable, and data is widely accepted in courts when chain of custody is maintained. Limitations include manufacturer-specific variations, short recording windows, typically 5 to 20 seconds, and potential minor discrepancies from sensor issues or extreme conditions. No such defects were identified in this vehicle. The black box data was strongly corroborated by surveillance video. Absence of skid marks, physical scene evidence, and mechanical inspection showing no failures. Defense claims of a POTS-related medical episode, accidental pedal misapplication, or slipper entrapment causing unintended acceleration were undermined by the sustained full acceleration, steering corrections, transmission shifts, and forensic findings. Actions inconsistent with incapacitation. The data was pivotal in establishing intent.
So next we're going to get into the investigation, arrest, and the trial. So at the hospital, Shirilla told the doctor the crash was her fault and that she wanted to die. She inquired about simply having her license suspended for 10 years. In body cam footage, she was heard speaking to her mother in Carney, a coded language, about possible defenses or lesser consequences. Paramedic Brett Stanislaw documented normal pulse, motor function, and sensation in all limbs, helping rule out acute neurological events. Shirilla later claimed memory loss and blackouts.
Strongsville police initially classified the crash as a traffic accident, leading the Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner, Dr. Joseph Fellow, to rule the deaths accidental because unlimited initial information. After months of investigation, including video, black box data, cell records, recovered recordings, and witness interviews, the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office presented the full evidence. The rulings were amended to homicides.
On November 4th, 2022, Shirilla was arrested on 2 counts of aggravated murder, charged as an adult, and held on $500,000 bond. She ultimately faced 18 charges, which consisted of 4 counts of murder, 4 counts of felonious assault,
Felonious.
2 counts of aggravated vehicular homicide, drug possession, and possessing criminal tools. Arrest body cam footage shows her primary concern was protecting a bracelet. Additional 2026 release footage and interviews provided further context.
Her defense chose a bench trial before Cuyahoga County Common. Please, Judge Nancy Margaret Russo, no relation to Dominic. That's weird.
That is weird.
Also, this might sound really stupid because of how much I like true crime, but I never really paid attention to like bench trial versus jury trial.
Mm-hmm.
So bench trial is a trial to where there's no jury. The judge hears it and the judge decides.
Correct. Yes.
I don't know if that's a very good idea. In my mind, you think about it, like, wouldn't you rather have whatever it is, 12 jurors in there? All you have to do is have one person in there to feel for you or be on your side.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Instead of a judge who, I don't know about that.
This definitely should have been a jury trial for sure.
The trial ran August 7th to the 14th, 2023. Prosecutors presented the surveillance footage, which a judge called evidence you can never unsee. See, that
Right.
that's another thing. When it comes to these fucking cases, they'll say something, and the judge will whatever redact it or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, meaning okay, you're supposed to forget that was said. how many people can actually do that?
Yep. They say like overruled or whatever.
Yeah. So you sit there and
So
you look at
you
like,
have to forget that comment. Even though you still heard it, you're thinking about it. But the judge wants you to forget that was even said, which is really hard to do. I've been on a jury trial before. Yes, I had to serve jury duty. And it's hard when the judge says that. Like, you're supposed to forget that, but you don't.
I was called to jury
know.
duty. I never made it to the trial because, well, I was really young, and one of my really good friends happened to be called to the same one. We were sitting right next to each other, and it's like, okay, look at your watch, get the fuck out of here, and then
Yep.
they don't pick you. Like,
Yeah, I luckily got picked and everything. So it was great.
yeah, I mean, and this is a small town, so it'd be real hard. I didn't know the person personally, but I knew of them. Like that's what's such a bitch. You can't
even know who they are. And that's hard in our town.
I mean, there's what?
know?
I don't know the exact details, but I think the population in this town is 10,000 some people in the town.
Yeah.
Now, the county, that's different, but
Yes.
still, everybody this is the everybody knows everybody place.
It is.
You've heard the name. If you don't know the person, you've heard the name.
Yes.
You know, and so you tie it to, well, I never heard anything bad about that person. I don't believe,
Right.
it is what it is. And that's why I understand when people want to do the change of venue shit. And then you got these big cases. How do you get a change of venue?
You
Like the
don't.
Charlie Kirk thing. How's that guy could ask for a change venue all he wants, but everybody fucking knows. You could be moved to a different country and people know.
Yep.
Unless they don't have the internet, which is true in Iran right now. But anyway, so the judge called the evidence you can never unsee. Black box data, prior threats, scouting evidence, and the pattern of abuse. Witnesses included Kelly Vraha, Paul Burlinghouse, family members, first responders, crash experts, and a BMV official confirming Shirilla denied medical conditions on license applications, which was co-signed by her mother, both before and after the crash.
So the defense suggested swerving to avoid an object, passenger wheel interference, or a POTS episode. However, no medical expert testified to support POTS at trial, and the black box data contradicted incapacitation. Shrilla's mother, Natalie, testified she never perceived her daughter as suicidal.
This could have been a POTS episode, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
On August 14th, 2023, Judge Russo found Shirilla guilty on all 12 counts. Some were merged. The judge described the actions as controlled, methodical, deliberate, intentional, and purposeful, labeling Shirilla literal hell on wheels.
That sounds about right.
On a mission of death, she highlighted the scouted obscure road, early morning timing when no help would be available, sustained acceleration, and conscious steering.
I wonder if it's kind of like around here when we know, like when our cops have a shift change. Like if it's the same there, like she knew when the cops were in a shift change, so they wouldn't be there right away, or they wouldn't be there at the time.
Right, and if she was scouting the area, she's been through there and knows, like, okay, there's no activity here. People don't, like, get out and start running or going to work until this certain time.
Right.
And
there's no cops sitting over here. There's no,
I mean, in the end, she wasn't, this is how fucked up she wasn't expecting herself to be alive.
No, like, she wanted herself dead.
It was a murder-suicide.
Yes.
And
she wanted to
of course, she's the fucking bitch that survived.
Yep. At sentencing on August 21st, 2023, victim families spoke. Christine Russo told Shirilla she would be thankful to be alive, or she should be thankful to be alive, and that only God could show mercy on her soul. Davion's sister, Divine, requested the longest possible sentence. Prosecutors showed post-crash TikTok videos of Shirilla at a Halloween concert dressed as a corpse. Shirilla read an emotional statement expressing deep sorrow, claiming she would never intentionally harm them, wishing she could remember and calling Dominic her soulmate. Her mother described Shirilla maintaining a shrine, wearing Dominic's clothes, and crying for months afterward.
Judge Russo imposed 2 concurrent life sentences with parole. Eligibility after 15 years. First hearing, September-October 2037. And permanently revoked Shrilla's driver's license. She emphasized that a failed suicide attempt does not defend murder and believes Shirilla would likely die in prison. That's one thing that I do remember from hearing about this is she kept like wanting them to just revoke her license for 10 years.
Like that's all she wanted out of this whole thing. It's like, no, you killed 2 people.
This reminds me, it's a long time ago. I think it was in the late 90s, and there was on a road in town here, county road, a school bus stopped, and it's actually like probably 2.5 miles from my parents' house, and somebody was coming the other way, and there was no cell phones at this time, so I don't exactly remember what happened, but a little, I think 5-year-old girl walked across the road, and a car coming the other way never stopped and killed the girl. And from what I remember, and whenever you go to work to your other job, it's before you take the right, it's even before you, is it before? I think it's before you take the right turn to go to your property.
Okay.
There's a brick house. Well, it used to be brick. I don't know. Anyway.
On like the left-hand side.
Yep.
Okay.
That's where it happened. And the guy, I think it was a 17-year-old kid driving. And I guess when the cops were there, all he was kept worrying about is he's going to lose his license.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's that shit's sad. It's even worse now is people just don't get off their fucking phone.
Oh, I know.
All right.
So now we're going to go into the post-trial developments and the current status of this.
Yeah, and then if you follow along, we might post some like updates here and there on some of these cases once we have more episodes in the books or in Patreon. We might follow up on some of this stuff because there's stuff coming out about her all the time. Like she's saying little things in jail or in prison to her whatever prison mates or whatever you want to call them. And she's trying to get in their pants now and all that stuff. So we'll update her.
Oh yeah, yep. When I was searching a little bit about this before we started the episode, it wanted to give me like current prison status, like she got a job in prison. I'm like, I don't care about that. I want to know what happened before she went to prison.
Yeah,
I want to know what she did.
With somebody like this, she's not going to shut her mouth.
No,
she's a narcissist. Eventually, she's going to slowly spill everything.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be something interesting to follow along.
For sure. So, direct appeals in September 2023 and subsequent filings were denied. A 2025 appeal post-conviction relief petition filed October 24th of 2024 was rejected for being 1 day late due to a 365-day jurisdictional deadline. Miscalculation involving a leap year, affirmed by the 8th District in 2026, Ohio 830. Okay. Shirilla's legal team has sought Ohio Supreme Court review, citing ineffective assistance of counsel, including failure to introduce certain medical records and texts, and the transcript timing issue. A motion to vacate convictions was filed and dismissed as untimely.
Shirilla is incarcerated at the Ohio Reformatory for Women in Marysville. As of May 2026 records, she has accumulated 36 conduct violations since May 2024, guilty in 32 cases, including being out of place, contraband, and sexual misconduct. She went months without reports initially after entering on August 31st, 2023. Her first parole hearing is scheduled for 2037-2038. In jail calls released in 2026, Shirilla discussed writing a book with her mother, requested her iPad, and spoke about categorizing murder convicts. Yeah, that's another thing I heard. Like, she's not exactly gaining good time.
No.
She just keeps getting hit with shit and.
Yeah, no. Her parents continue to maintain the crash was an accident due to Potts and inadequate defense presentation. The Netflix documentary, The Crash, released May of this year, directed by Gareth Johnson, includes Shirilla's first prison interview. She did not testify at trial and has renewed public interest, prompting the major police records release and further media coverage.
In 2023, Davion Flanagan's parents established the Devon Flanagan Memorial Fund as a 501c3, providing annual full tuition scholarships to aspiring barbers unable to afford a $16,000 program at Allstate Hairstyling and Barber College. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So people, and this is one of them things that it's like $16,000 program. That's actually something you can raise money for and give somebody a full scholarship.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
The first scholarship was awarded in December 2024 to Melissa Viles, a woman from foster care, mirroring Davion's path. His family has expressed hope in transforming tragedy into something positive. This is the Mackenzie Shirilla case, and we are actually going to watch the documentary and then give our opinion and see how our information lines up with that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do an update. We could do that in Patreon, or I don't know. We'll see how deep it goes, and we'll try to follow some of the social media stuff and then put out on, some of our social media any little updates in case, nobody sees it, because she's always doing shit in jail. Like,
Oh, yeah.
she's
Yep.
always getting in trouble for some shit. So my thought on all this, I guess I could give a better thought maybe once we do watch a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't. Sometimes we will, sometimes we won't. But the whole Silk Road thing, like I talked about before, kind of, they don't come out and say it. Like, I watched the documentary for the Silk Road. And
Yeah, we both did. We watched
Yeah.
it together.
And I started doing like an outline for it. And then later on, when I was doing some research on the internet, that's when I came across that thing that the documentary was like 50% true.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
They do
okay.
that.
I mean, you can't trust anything now these days anyway, but
Just like the Stephen Avery Making a Murder thing on Netflix. Oh my God, so much of that is so freaking made up. It's ridiculous.
well, that's
like,
kind of his side. Wasn't there another one that came out that
Yes.
was the other side?
yes. I don't remember the name of it, but there was another one that came out that kind of gave the other side's view.
I would
So-
love to dive into that case, but that's going to be multiple parts. It's going to be like
for sure.
anywhere from 2 to 4 episodes, because there's so much with it, and there's so much bullshit from both sides.
There is. I mean,
Like-
when they got him previously for shit, and then he sat for how many years, and then they found out that it wasn't true.
And
Like, he never did that. Whatever
right,
that was.
But then there's so much
like-
shit. Like, it's almost like he did it, but then they like overplanted evidence just to make sure they could get this fucker.
Yes.
Because he's been an asshole to the community the entire time,
Mm-hmm.
and they really probably didn't have to overdo it. But
No.
it is what it is. I mean, he's convicted, so he did it apparently.
Right.
Or allegedly, but there's so much bullshit on both sides.
There is.
It's so much. Like, there could be so many other people involved.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there could be other people involved, and it was so well set up, even though that some people look at it and are like, okay, there's no way this could happen. How was that there? The keys weren't
Right.
there. Then they were there. But they just overly set him up and just to put him away, but he doesn't sound like a nice guy anyway. So,
No,
I mean,
no. And I was actually listening to Necronomipod's podcast on it, and it is like a 4 or 5 part episode. I've listened to all of them now, but it's like some of the stuff in there, I'm like, oh my God. Like, did his nephew really see the stuff that he said, or because of his mental capability that it almost seemed like the investigators were telling him what to say?
that's the
you
part
know,
of that
so-
you'll never really know,
No.
because he's very mentally challenged.
Yes.
So
He has the mind of like a 5-year-old.
I
So-
mean, the kid, I don't know if I should say a poor kid or not. I mean, who knows? But if he sees that going on, what is he supposed to think? He probably knows it's not right, but did
Right.
he get involved? Like,
But did his uncle say, this is why we're doing this? Like, it's okay? Like, did he coerce him into thinking it was okay to do it.
And then did he? Yeah. then it's
Knowing
like-
that his mental capability wasn't there, that
Yeah.
he could talk his nephew into doing that. His nephew doesn't know any better. But anyway, that's a whole nother frickin'
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever get to that one.
No.
There's
but
there's a couple big ones I want to jump into. So,
yeah.
but it'll probably be. I mean, we're so freaking busy right now, like with everybody else. But
Could
over
we do
the
a Jeffrey Dahmer one?
we can. That would be a long one because that happened like 2.5 hours from here.
Right, that's why I want to do it.
There's a, do you know how many Wisconsin serial killer and psychopaths
There's
are?
more than we think. I mean, there's more than people talk about.
There's a lot of them. Like
Yeah.
there's some big ones too, not just Jeffrey Dahmer. There's
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Wasn't even Ed Gein?
Yeah,
Wisconsin?
I think it was Ed Gein. Yep.
That was one.
And then there's an interesting one here. We have to remember this. It was just brought up the other day. David Dellis, I think was his name.
I think that sounds right.
I
Yeah.
don't. You might not remember that because I was really little. So there was a guy here. So we live on a peninsula, and there's 2 bridges. There's a canal that kind of separates the top half of the peninsula from the main palm, I guess you could say, of Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy had got caught, David Dellis, you can go look him up, got caught. Eventually he got caught and convicted for, I think, cutting somebody up with a chainsaw and hiding the body, but he came up here where we are, and they knew he was here, they were chasing him, he crossed one of the bridges, and then they put both bridges up and left him up. They're like, nope, nobody's crossing, both bridges are up till we find this fucker. And they found him and these body parts, and we definitely got to do that one because I have
Yes.
never seen that one.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yep. That's
Yep,
when
for sure.
we're gonna read. I
So,
was little.
just some future
yeah.
episode ideas, guys. We're gonna kind of talk about what we want to do, but that's one for sure because it happened in our hometown.
There's
um,
another one up here, and you probably know who I'm talking about. He was found in like a little park. I don't want to say the name right
Yes.
now.
Yep.
I actually printed some T-shirts for the family for like a benefit or
Because I knew him personally.
yeah. See,
It was one of mine and my family member's friend. that-
I don't want to say anything because there's really no details. He was just found dead in like this. When I say park, it's not really a park. It kind of is. It's like a little spot in the woods. You pull in there. There's a gravel parking lot. There's a picnic table, and I think some trails and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yep.
what it is. It's not like there's not like toys and all that.
No.
And nothing ever came of it.
Nope.
They just found his body, and that was it.
It's like the police just swept it under the rug because they had an idea of what happened, but they never fully
Yeah.
investigated it, which made a lot of people very mad, very
Yeah.
upset.
When I started thinking about this true crime shit, like I would love to do a documentary on that one, but
Mhm.
I don't know if the family would be interested in interviewing because that's what you would have to do.
Oh, for sure. For
But
sure.
you never know. What if it gets out there and somebody in like fucking 3 hours away here in Wisconsin sees it and knows something about it and makes an anonymous tip? You just don't know. you know.
Right? You don't know.
But you got to respect what the family wants.
Mm-hmm. And my dad was actually really close friends with the victim's dad. So I grew up with the family. So I've known him a long time. So
And-
I don't know if the family would or not.
The
but
the only rumor is it's drug related,
Yes.
but from what I understand, he was a really nice kid.
oh yeah,
But you'd be
heart of gold. He'd give you
Yeah.
the shirt off his back.
you'd be surprised at how many people are like that, and then just they like doing drugs of some kind,
Yep.
and then just get caught up
They get
and
caught up
mixed in with the wrong person and
Yes.
have no idea what's coming.
Yep.
Like
It happens a lot, and I
Yep.
feel like that's probably what happened in this case. I don't know. But that's just what it sounds like.
we'll see if we can do something on it. I mean, we can technically do something on it if there's enough public information. Because if there's enough public information,
We can do it.
we can report on it. Maybe we do
Yes.
it in Patreon, and maybe it won't be a real long episode. But
Right.
maybe we can
It
go.
probably won't be because there's not going to be very much.
Yeah,
There's
maybe-
not many there's not much of an investigation going to.
And
So
I guarantee you, if we were to try to reach out to the local police department, they would all decline comment. And I mean, none of them.
what about the one we know really good?
Maybe, but I don't think he was around when it happened.
Mm,
I don't know.
I think he was.
I can ask him.
I think
we'll
he
ask.
definitely was.
We'll look into it because that'd be interesting. Some of these smaller local cases are kind of cool. You know, if you listen to other true crime podcasts, wherever they're from, sometimes they'll have a case that's like in their county or state or city that you never heard of.
Yeah.
And they're interesting. They just never made national attention.
Yep.
All right. Well, this is well. Let's put our thoughts out there. What do you think about so far, without seeing the documentary, this whole case with Mackenzie Shirilla and what all went down there? Do you have any thoughts, or you want me to go first?
I definitely feel like it was intentional, just based on the text messages they found, things like that, the way she was acting, her behavior. They talk about this POTS syndrome, but it's not really documented anywhere. They just keep talking about it.
You know, that was a defense.
Yeah.
Allegedly, that was a defense excuse. Like,
right.
It was a defense.
Right.
Try to use this, you know, like some people try to use insanity. Some people.
Because you have to legally report that to get a driver's license. If you have any kind of neurological illness or anything, you have to report that when you get your license. Like, if you don't, I mean, I guess whatever, but you're supposed to.
Yeah, I just the fact that she lived, of course.
That
You know.
Yep.
And then if you pay attention to some other details, like she was active on TikTok and social media and partying and the whole dressing up like a corpse thing at Halloween after the fact,
Right.
but she hadn't been arrested yet or convicted or anything like that. Like, if it wasn't for the black box or the EDR, I think she thought she was getting off free.
Oh, for sure.
Somehow, but
But it was an accident and
But for that instance of the accelerator was pushed down, the shifting and all of that,
Yep.
and the brake was never touched.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure it would record even if it wasn't working, the sensor, that like she was pushing
Like she was pushing the brake.
on the brake, but
Right.
it just wasn't. So
Right.
yeah, it was definitely, she's definitely, how does that go in Me, Myself, and Irene? A narcissistic psychopath with, oh no. Shit.
Do you want me to look it up?
Oh no, delusionary schizophrenia with involuntary narcissistic rage. That's it.
Yes, that sounds about right.
So,
But I mean, in the fact that like we mentioned, like the shifting went from like neutral to like somebody was trying to stop the car
it seems like that.
with any idea they could come up with to stop this car. Because you can guarantee if she was on a mission, she wasn't doing that. She had the pedal to the metal and she was bound and determined to do something.
The only thing I have a question on with that, and I mean, I'm not saying that's not true, but I want to know if it tells when that happened versus when the vehicle actually hit. Because if, from what it says, if they were hauling ass and jumping curbs, like if the other two guys were passed out and she's got her hand up here and her other hand on the shifter and hits them fucking curbs and is just like her arm pulls it back and
that's possible too.
You know, that's something that they
But
don't.
at that point, she should have tried to brake. If she wasn't doing it on purpose, she should have tried to brake or slow down.
But even if she didn't want to brake, that could have been something she was doing without even realizing it, and she's.
Or how do we know that the passenger was unconscious at that point?
Well, we don't. No, nobody knows.
That's what I'm saying. Or was it when they hit the wall?
Right, but that's also what I'm saying.
That's
she
like a
could
lot
have
of
been
open-ended
she could have been like this
scenarios
and just hitting the curbs and whatever, and her arm was like, because I don't think a vehicle that new will let you. So if you're in drive, I don't think it's gonna let you go to fucking reverse and park.
It won't.
But if she had her hand on there and was like gripping without because I do that if I'm driving through a big city and there's assholes everywhere and rage drivers and shit.
Yep.
I'm white knuckling.
Like Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago's horrible. So
I'm
is
like-
Milwaukee.
White knuckling the steering wheel to the point where all of a sudden I'll be like, holy fuck, my hand hurts. I'm grabbing it so hard. So,
Right.
know-
Either one. I mean, it could have been.
she could have been like this, aiming,
Right.
and arm on there and hit some fucking curbs, and her arm's just doing this and doesn't even know it's happening because it's not going to ram into,
No.
reverse or park.
Nope.
So that could have been happening without her even hitting the brake because she's just like,
Yeah.
like fucking Ace Ventura through the jungle.
Right.
Anyway, either way, my personal opinion is obviously it was done on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
And
For
for
sure.
her to come out of it with, that's just what
Just some,
pisses me off. Like,
pretty much. I mean, yeah, she had some broken bones, but pretty much bumps and bruises compared to the 2 people she killed.
yeah. And
So,
it doesn't sound like they
I mean-
really wanted much to do with her. It was kind of she's kind of a psycho if we don't fucking just tag along. And,
Right.
you know,
Like,
and
what's going
nothing
to
had
happen?
happened. So in the past, and then all of a sudden,
Especially with her boyfriend or whatever, soon to be ex, because he
Yeah.
had enough of it.
yep.
Like,
So I don't know. She is where she is, and I mean, we'll see what happens. There's always developments with her.
oh, yeah. But at least she's not. I mean, she doesn't have a hearing until 10 years from now.
yeah.
10 to 12 years from now. 10 to 11 years. So, I mean, but you never know.
Yeah, she'll be stuck there, I think.
System is kind of fucked sometimes. So, kind of got to expect either way at this point,
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Sometimes some asshole attorney, and I say that in the meaning of like, just fucking smart, knows how to find a
Yes.
loophole, knows how to outdo
Yep.
the system.
Yep.
But I mean,
And if her parents have the money for the attorney, they're gonna get it. I mean, they're gonna get it. It's their
Yeah.
daughter.
I don't think that's gonna happen. She's in there. She's stuck.
I don't think
There's
so.
too much, and she's gonna talk. Somebody like that, like a narcissist like that, I think she's gonna be like, just can't hold it in anymore. It could be in
Oh,
like
yeah.
a year and be
It
like,
happens all the time.
oh, I did it. Like, this is what happened. Whatever. And then they're gonna
That's
because
all it takes.
if that person then goes and talks, they'll be like, hey, if I cooperate with you and I have some whatever, and then they'll wire them up and you can get out
Yep.
early. And
Yep.
so, I mean, that kind of shit happens all the time. But
Oh, it does. It does.
it's kind of sad because kind of sounds like them 2 young guys were just victim of
It's psychopath.
a fucking, psychopath
Pretty much. I mean,
with delusionary schizophrenia
Oh
and
my God.
involuntary narcissistic rage.
Yes.
I mean,
okay. Yes. Yes, Ace. We got it.
it's not Ace. It's me, myself, and Irene.
Sorry, me, myself, and Irene. My bad. Same actor. Same thing.
Right.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, that's the Mackenzie Shirilla case, and we will follow with some updates, maybe here in this
Definitely.
stream. Otherwise, in Patreon, go find us on Patreon and check us out there. And I think we have to dive into the David Dellis case.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, I know we played at the beginning, but here's where you can find us.
You can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/killerdatenight, on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch at Killer Date Night, and on Instagram at KDNPod.